Hello everyone, Specter here, and welcome to Star Citizen. Today is 2954 Drake Defensecon. Yes, it's separate from the Invictus due to Drake's reputation around the verse. So before further ado, let's get to it. First up, you can see there's a Cutlass Black in here. It's a kind of most favorite starter ship among players. Usually people would suggest you to use this ship as a starter ship, although it costs up to $100 as a starter pack. But I mean, not starter pack, but starter ship, standalone ship. But anyway, this ship is being loved by players due to many reasons, including its utility as well as its armament. To enter the ship is via this ramp, and you can see there are 6 seats in here, and it means that you can carry 6 more people with you, excluding the co-pilot as well as a gunner, or maybe a person that's sitting on the bed inside of the ship. It means that you don't need a drop ship to work things out. Sometimes you can use the Cutlass Black to do so, like including group bunker missions and something like that. This cargo bay can fit up to 46 SU worth of cargo, as well as if you are skillful enough, you can fit 2 mining vehicles inside, but usually you will fit 1 because you are the only one who fly the ship. These kind of hatches is very useful. You can open it via here, like this. Because, well, one thing is about security, because if you're leaving the ship if you're worrying someone will enter the ship when you're leaving it, you can just exit your ship via these hatches, so you don't, people can't get up from the ground to here. So that's why this is very useful. Secondly, it speed up your loading speed, because, well, in the future, cargo would be something that you need to load up by yourself. So by using these hatches, you can put cargo inside by using a tractor beam, would be very, very useful. Alright, let's move on. Inside of here is a kind of bridge and crew area. You got beds for lockout and lock back in, but remember, there is no escape mechanism for this ship, for all the Drake ships, I believe, because, well, of its design feature, I would say. You got a turret in here. So this turret armed with 2 size 3 laser repeaters. And you can cover the upper part of the ship very well. And also you can increase your firepower if you're facing forward, like that. But just a reminder, you can only cover the upper part of the ship, not lower part. Just be aware of it. Okay, so you got some gun racks in here. The last time I checked, some people used it, but I'm not so sure because personally I won't use these gun racks. You got a co-pilot seat in here. To be honest, co-pilot seat, someone say that you will use a co-pilot seat to fly the ship because you got a better view. But every patches I tried, every patches I failed, so it's just a seat to me. And this is a pilot seat. So I believe that due to the new patches feature, I believe that these are all size 3 weapons. What I can guarantee is those laser repeaters, the Panther repeaters, are size 3s. The Mantis may be size 3s as well. Probably size 3, because of its new patch feature. You can switch to size 2 gimbal weapons if you want it, which originally it would be like that. 8 size 2 missiles in total. Not great, not bad. So as a starter ship, it is a very good ship to me. Except, well, if you're dogfighting and stuff, these bars are blocking your view a bit, but basically speaking, it is a very good ship. Right next to the Cutlass Black, it will be the Cutlass Steel. It's a dropship variant among the Cutlass series. To be honest, it's really not worth it if you're purchasing this ship with real cash, because this ship costs around, over $200, while the Cutlass Black costs only $100. But in a game, for some reasons, it costs similar to that Cutlass Black. So if I were you, I would not purchase this ship with real cash, at least not now. Because you can purchase this ship with a similar price as the Cutlass Black over there in the game. So try it out with in-game credits first. If you like it, you can purchase whatever you want. To enter the ship is via here, and you can see it already. You got a lot of jump seats in here for 18 people. A long time ago, when the servers can hold only 50 people, I always say that this ship can hold like almost half of the server of people inside. So it means that when it crashed, you may cause a lot of problem in the server. But anyway, at the back you can see there's a yellow jacket Gatling gun in here. So you can use it to clear up the landing zone, as well as the hatches over here. You can see there's some Gatling guns in here as well, so you can deploy them if you want it, like so. And you can control these Gatling guns like so. Just a reminder, if you have difficulty to aim these Gatling guns, then I can tell you, you need to aim, which is the right mouse button, like this. Then you can take aim. By the way, a long time ago, they had some design flaws which you can, or maybe now they have got it as well. You can aim for these engines and damage your own ship for some reasons. So just be aware when you are swinging this thing around. So this area is basically the same as what you can see in the Cutlass Black, which is beds in here, turrets in here, as well as these pilot and co-pilot seat. The armament will be similar, so I'm not going to show it to you guys. It would be very just repeating what I was doing. So yeah, let's move on. Hiding between the Cutlasses, these are the Mule, the Drake Mule. So it's supposed for you to, transporting cargoes around the base or your own secret outpost or something like that. So these vehicles, to be honest, I really like them. At least when I drive them, I feel no pain about it. So the only way to enter the ship is via here. Not so sure whether I can use it or not, because it seems like I accidentally rented it. But anyway, to enter this ship is via this hatch in here. You can enter the ship, and this one is supposed to be something that you can grab those cargo boxes. And in here you can put up to 3 small boxes in here. So 6 in total on both sides, as well as you can fit, I believe that I can fit 1 SU worth of cargo in here as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So this thing probably would be very normal if you can see it around the outpost in the future. You can see them moving around. Because in the future you need to load up your ship by yourself, or maybe you hire NPCs to help you out. So these things will help you a lot. The third Cutlass you can see in here is a Cutlass Red, which is an ambulance Cutlass. Well, due to the Drake reputation, they invented, or maybe they launched 2 ships, which is a Cutlass Red and the Cutlass Blue that I will talk about later. This one is a rescue version of the Cutlass series, or ambulance version of it. So the difference is that, well, from this ramp you can see it. You can hold up to only 12 SU worth of cargo, as long as I remember. Only from to here only. And inside of it, you can see there are tier 3 medical beds in here, 2 of them in total. A long time ago, you can revive yourself in here. I believe that you can revive yourself right now for some reasons. But in the future, or normally speaking, you can't. You can only heal your injury up to tier 3. So these medical beds are very useful in the future, probably, even though you can't revive yourself. But yeah, basically speaking, you got medical beds in here is great features in the future. Now, you got a different kind of airlocks in here comparing to the Cutlass Steel and Cutlass Black. And you got extra beds comparing all the colors, compared to all the classes. So this area basically the same, excluding, well, the armament of course. And the co-pilot can control the remote turret, I believe, yeah. That turret is not for guns, however. It's a very big headlight. If I find it, I can switch it on. Yep, there you go. So, this so-called remote turret is not really for guns. It's a very big flashlight. You can see it right now. It's quite useful to search, between the racks of the ships, and maybe in some areas it's dark enough. So, it's a very useful tool for you. Okay, and a pilot seat in here. Let's see. Should I enter from the other side? Maybe better. Yep. Basically, for the guns, it will be similar, although you can see those are size 3s, 4 of them. Okay. And all of them will be laser repeaters, unlike what you can see on the Steel as well as on the Black. But you don't have any kind of missiles, just be aware of it. This is an ambulance, not something that you should use it for fighting. Of course, in theory, you can use it for bounty missions and stuff like that. So the original turret area will be changed to a toilet, which is very nice as well, because all the cutlasses doesn't come up with toilets. So it means that in the future, probably you will increase the time that you can stay out of the base in the future, if, well, toilet is something that is useful, of course. Lastly, this is the Cutlass Blue, which is the last Cutlass I can introduce right now. So, this Cutlass Blue is a interdiction ship, and also is a kind of police Cutlass, you can consider it. It's very useful for bounty hunters because, well, you got different kind of features inside the ship. So from this ramp, again, 12 SU worth of cargo space in here. Of course, you can fit a, like, if you really want it, you can fit a mining rock inside as well, if you want it. But inside of here, you can see, you got 12 of these hibernation pods in here for you to capture the bounty alive, the bounty targets alive. Or maybe you can put 12 friends inside of it, I don't know. But now they are not useful at all. You can't put anything inside, it's just simply a kind of decoration in the ship. So that's why not so many people will fly this Cutlass Blue around the verse right now. Alright, so this area is normally looks like what you can see on board of the Cutlass Black or Cutlass Steel. You got a turret in here, beds in here, and pilot and co-pilot seat in here. Just the armaments a little bit different, probably, but basically, those are all size 3 weapons and missiles as well. At the back of the showroom, you can see this is a Caterpillar in here, which is one of the famous cargo ship among players. Well, right now, it's not fully, the game cannot show its full potential because of few reasons. First, this ramp can't come down. Originally, it should be able to come down, but for some reason they stuck over there, up there. Secondly, it's modular. Basically speaking, this thing is come up with three main parts. You've got the command modules right here. It's a separate ship, basically. So, according to the lore, you can see this thing flying around for racing, because those, you know, space truckers are very bored when they're like, waiting for the cargo to be loaded up. So they will use these command modules for racing. But anyway, it means that you can use this command module as an escape mechanism. So it will be slightly better than the other Drake ships if you consider it like that. So this one is an engine modules in here. But anyway, to enter the ship is via here. So basically, you need to press this button to deploy this elevator. And this is the only way for you to enter the ship right now. But in the future, probably you can enter from those ramps as well, if you wanted. Right up here, if you go backward, it will be lead you to the bridge, which is a command module. So first stop is an engineering station in here. You can see a lot of engines and stuff, and also the turret that can put you to the lower turret in here. The gunner seats in here, yeah. Just be aware, since it's upside down, so if you landed a stuff like that, well, just be aware you may want to throw out if you want. I mean, if you like, not very used to it. But as same as what you can see on all the turrets that facing upside down, is that like basically every word in here is upside down for some reasons. Yeah. Okay, so it's not very comfortable. Okay, so and you were stuck like this. I forgot to tell you. So maybe later I will see around to continue the tour. Okay, coming back from here, very unfortunate. But anyway, let's move on. So up here you can access to the command module already. On the left hand side it should be a command module. On the right hand side is like the ship tractor beam control area for you to load up your ship with a ship based tractor beam. And over here is a command module of the ship, which is a separate ship from the rest of this caterpillar. It can be. I mean, anyway, as a pilot, although you can't control all the armaments on board and you don't have missiles, but still you got a decent amount of weaponries. If you fly your ship around by yourself, you still got 4 size 3 weapons that you can control. But just be aware when you're flying this ship, sometimes you will misjudge the length of the ship, so just be aware of it. So down there is a living compartment of the command module, which I fall through the ship. This is the second thing that I don't like. Okay, so I climbed down here without going through the ship again here. Okay, so this is a habitation compartment of the command module. You have a separate ship mounted tractor beam in here underneath this command module, as well as a resting area, a bed for you to log out and log back in. So let's get back up there. There's a EVA access in here. It means that, well, basically it's a airlock in here, but you can't really do anything right now, so yeah. And here, this is a very important thing of the ship, is that these kind of rail would be very useful when your ship is full of cargo, because you can't walk through down there, right? So basically, it's the only way for you to access to different parts of the cargo bay. And at the end, you can access to the top turret via that this seat. But I'm not going to show it to you because probably I was stuck there again. So yeah. And basically, you can open up the hatch from here as well, the front hatch, which is very useful. And also, you can access to these hatches by pressing these buttons on the top of the rail. But no worries, down there you still have some buttons for you to press. Just simply, well, this would be easier for you to access to your cargo doors or hatches if your cargo bay is full. Let's go down there. These cargo bay, all of them can fit up to 576 SU worth of cargo. Sorry about that. Am I mispronouncing the number? So basically, you can walk through all the cargo compartments via here as well, if your cargo bay is not full. And this one is a habitation area. You got some canteen area in here, probably. You have the toilet, as well as some beds for you to log out and log back in. And that's it for the tour of this ship. So many players will think that the Caterpillar is the cargo ship only, but if you did some missions, you can find different version of the Caterpillar, which is the like a prison version of it. So you can see a lot of pods inside, and that hold a lot of people. Those are criminals. So basically, it means that in the future, probably you have different version of these containers or cargo area of the Caterpillar. You can swap them out in different situations by just simply purchase this cargo module, and then use your command module to attach to these cargo modules will be fine. Or different modules of the Caterpillar. That's what I'm trying to say. In front of the Caterpillar, you can see the Cutter series in here. It's a very big family. It's a sizable family right now. So this is a original version of the Cutter, which is a starter ship variant. You got up to 4 SU worth of cargo space in here, although you can fit more than that. Just those extra cargo will not be secured. To enter the ship is via here, this ramp. And this is a cargo grid in here. And you've got different kind of ship's components in here, although not all of them are physical right now. So in the middle section of the ship is a living quarter of the ship. You've got a washroom in here, as well as a bed for you to log out and log back in. A small canteen area probably, and a locker area. And you've got a pilot seat in here. So you got 2 size 2 laser repeaters, as well as 4 size 1 missiles as an armament. It's not as strong as the Titan or other starter ships, but still it's capable enough. Personally, I exchanged my starter ship from the Titan to this cutter because of its look. I really like the style of this look. Of course, for most of the players, especially beginners, they will think that fighting capabilities would be more important, so that's why they will use the Titan instead of this cutter. But for me, it doesn't matter that much. And you're supposed to have this button for you to, press it so that you can like deploy extra armor to cover the glasses. But since like in Star Citizen, glasses is something that is non-penetrable, so it doesn't really matter. It's just like a kind of feature of the ship. Right next to Cutter is a Cutter Scout. It's a kind of recon version of the Cutter. Basically, it will be similar to what you can see for the Cutter, excluding these engines. You can see this engine, the main engine's thruster in here, is packed with two small engines, while the Cutter itself will be come up with a single mounted engine. At the back of this ship is the only way for you to enter the ship here. You got 2 SU worth of cargo space in here compared to the Cutter's 4 SU worth of cargo. But in return, you got an engineering station in here, for you to control the radar up on board, probably. And the living quarter will be similar to what you can see for the Cutter. And the pilot seat as well. For the weaponries, I believe that it will be similar to what you can see on the Cutter. So you have 2 size 2 laser repeaters, but this time missile-wise you can see 2 size 2 missiles instead of 4 size 1s on the Cutter. The last ship of the Cutter series will be the Cutter Rambler, which is an expedition version of the Cutter. So from the outside, you can't really tell the differences except for this engine would be different from the Scout as well as the original Cutter, because you got 4 engines packed in here instead of 2 for the Scout, as well as a single mounted engine for the Cutter itself. Again, at the back, it will be the only way for you to enter the ship. You got 2 SU worth of cargo space in here, and you can see this area is much smaller than what you can find on the Scout as well as the Cutter, because you need to have more space inside of this living quarter. So you can see there's a bathroom in here. The position will be a little bit different from what you can see for the on the Cutter or Cutter Scout. You got places for you to place your armor as well as your guns in here. You still got a bed in here, but you can see you got a kitchen area in here, which is different from what you can see on the Cutter as well as Cutter Scout. Why it's not opening? Well, anyway, basically it will be so similar to what you can see for the Cutter or Cutter Scout. But for some reason it's not opening. I hope that it's not because of 30k or stuff. Right next to those Cutters will be this Drake Herald, which is a data runner. This thing can really fly, can fly really fast, but just straight line. But basically, since data running is not something that's finished yet in the game, so it means that this ship basically useless. As you can see, those 2 huge size engines at the back, you can tell how fast you can really fly. Oh, by the way, these kind of data pods, you're supposed to be able to, you know, pull it out and like deliver it like you hold it like a box. Okay, when you're doing box delivery missions, you will know that how you hold those boxes, right? So this is exactly how you can hold these data pods. But now they are not detachable, so it means that it's stuck with those pods inside of the ship. Now let's get inside the ships in here. It's quite different from the other ships because usually it will be on the left hand side for those entries, but now it's on your right hand side. Right here you can see it's easily to be seen that you got 2 stations in here. One is the support seat in here, which is a like collecting data from your target location, as well as a pilot seat over there. You got only 1 bed in here, just simply, well, letting one of your crew rest. The other one fly the ship, probably. You got a toilet without a door here and without washrooms, so sanitation-wise, it's not very good. The smell hanging around here. Yeah. So this is a pilot seat, which usually you will use it only. The only seats here that you will use, I mean. So you have, it seems like you have 2 size 2s as well as 1 size 3 weapons on board. That size 3 is a ballistic Gatling gun. Missile wise, 8 size 1s. So not bad, not good, but just simply useless. I mean, sorry about the lagging. But anyway, this ship basically is something that is not worth it, because you really got nothing to do with it. So that's why it's better for you to spend some credits on something else instead of this ship. As long as I remember, I purchased this ship only once, which is back in 3.14.1 due to the bug. But like I said already, it's not something that you should purchase if you you have different options. In front of the Herald, you can see there's a Buccaneer in here. So this is the only fighter, I believe, that's produced by Drake Interplanetary, right now at least. It's a light fighter, so you can see the size of it is small, but you can see that it packed full of armament on board. So to be honest, this ship is really strong, except one thing, you don't have the escape mechanism. So it means that if this ship goes down, you will go down with the ship. So enter the ship is via here.
Some ship pops up on your scanner and they don't look friendly. Sure, you could try to call local law or the Navy. But who are you kidding? You'll be blown up and picked clean long before the ship.
So basically, without any kind of improvement, that I would say, you got 2 size 3 laser repeaters, 1 size 4 ballistic Gatling guns on the back of the ship, and 2 size 1 ballistic Gatling guns on the wing mounted, at the wing, I mean. So you have 4 size 2s missiles, which is really good according to the size of this ship. As I said, no escape mechanism, you can't pull anything out of it, so yeah, so just be aware. And also one more thing, I don't know why, but the glass is in here. When you use this ship for a long period of time without repairing it, the glasses will get dirtier and dirtier and you can't see things through it. So just be aware of it. We need to, at least even for one AUEC, just just repair your ship so that the glass will get cleaned. By the way, those size 4, that size 4 weapons actually is a turret mount, so you can change into different kind of, you can change into another turret which can hold, I believe that those are size 2 weapons if you have a choice, so you can change it into a size 2 twin mounted turret up there instead of a single size 4 weapons if you want it. In the middle of the showroom, you can see there is a Dragonfly in the middle, which is a hover bike. Sorry about that. So this thing armed with 2 size 1 shotgun, ballistic shotgun. Basically, it means that it is not that powerful against ships. Obviously, you're supposed to use these kind of shotguns or like weapons against like foot soldiers, okay, or infantry. If I need to say it. But anyway, yeah, basically, for now, since they opened up, like, some non-underground, hostile locations, so it means that, you'll have a better chance to use this kind of, like, hover bike or ground vehicles to eliminate the hostile NPCs, which is a very good thing for the game development. So to enter this bike would be via here. I believe that I can do it, maybe. Alright, there you go. For the shotgun mounted ammo, it's not that great. I mean, just 80 per gun. But still, it's plentiful enough if you are considering to against ground targets only. You don't have missiles, remember that. It's just a reminder. And you can carry one more person at the back, suppose. Oh, I go to the wrong side. So basically, that person that you carry probably have a bad time, but still is capable to defend your ship from hostiles, probably. Like this. So, because the whole thing is, you need to face backward, like this. And according to some, drawing of this Dragonfly, you can see that, well, basically the personnel that's at the back will use the guns to, like, holding a gun and shooting at the back. But as long as I can tell, I can't really do that, at least not for now. Right? So you need to stick with a ship like this, and everything will be going backward instead of forward. So I don't know, like, the whole feeling is not that good. Slightly at the side of that Dragonfly would be the Vulture, which is one of the two salvage ship that exist in the verse right now. So this Vulture is a small salvage ship, or medium size. I don't know how you define them, but the size itself is can compete with the Drake Cutlasses over there already. And the huge one would be the Reclaimer, which is a capital size ship. So you have two ways to enter the ship. One is via this ladder, which you can access to the cockpit right away, or the ramp in here, which lead up to the cargo bay. You can fit a small vehicles inside. Remember, you can't fit a rock inside though. But anyway, here, those cargo grids will fit 12 SU worth of cargo. But you can fit up to, I believe that the last time I fit the most amount of boxes would be 19 SU boxes. You need to use some of these unsecured area in here to stack them up and then put in here. So I put up to 19, but you can put more than that, I believe. Just depends on how you fit them in. Oh, by the way, this fabricator, I would say fabricator, because you can craft something out of it, so that's why. But you need to use different kind of materials. So for example, this multi-tool, you need both of these recycled material as well as those construction materials in order to craft it. Okay, let's move on to upstairs, which is via this ladder. You can see a place for you to put your suit or armor in, the living quarter of the Vulture, as well as a small kitchen area in here. You've got a toilet in here, and the cockpit's right here. You have two ways to exit the ship. So if you're like me, doing salvaging without, a proper like an undersuit or spacesuit, then you need to go backward. But if you have an undersuit, you can go sideways. So like I said here. Not so sure why the engine is not starting up, but anyway.
That's why Drake Interplanetary builds ships that not only provide function and power at a price that we can all afford, but provide peace of mind.
Alright, so there's another way to exit the ship is via here. Sorry. The glasses doesn't seems working, or actually it's opened. Oh, it's opened. Sorry about that. So yes, this one's supposed to be closed like this. Okay. So yeah, as I said, via this ladder, you can come up here and go to the seat directly without any difficulties, right? Right next to that Vulture will be the Corsair. This one is a kind of expedition ship. that's supposed to be compete with the Aquila, Constellation Aquila, or the other expedition ships for Drake Interplanetary, I mean. But anyway, this ship most likely to be considered as a kind of pirate ship after all, for some reasons, due to Drake's interplanetary reputation among the verse. Their ships, they didn't question about who buy their ships anyway. For this ship, I would say is quite, I mean, the utility-wise is very good, although the look of it is not that ideal, especially if you really, you know, can't deal with anything that is not balanced, and you really have a hard time to fly the ship because you got 2 wings in here while that one only got 1 wing. So just like that, it won't feel any kind of balances when you look at this ship. So there are 2 ways to enter the ship. One is via this ramp. The other one I will tell you later. This ramp will lead up to the cargo bay, which can fit up to 72 SCU worth of cargo, as long as I remember. You can put some vehicles inside, the Ursa rover or something like that. It's a similar size of it. You can't put a ballista though. That is too big for this Corsair. You can only fit up to something looks like a Ursa rover and something like that. Over here is an engineer station. You got a lot of different kind of modules inside, which means that in the future you have a better time to repair a ship from the inside of a ship instead of EVA outside. You have an airlock area for you to put some armor or undersuit, some guns in here as well, and that's the only airlock you can get for the ship. And this one is a habitation area. Normally you will have a kind of can of, you know, alcohol in here, drinks. But right now being taken by someone, probably the one that visits the ship earlier than me. So it's a canteen area, and you got a washroom. You got some crew quarters in here. To be honest, comparing to the other, you know, Drake ships or the other ships, the crew quarters will be very nice because each individual crew got their own bed instead of, own room, I would say, instead of like having a bunk bed in here. So you have 3 beds in here in total for the crew, and this one is the elevator. I will show it to you later. You got 2 turrets in here. I don't want to get inside of these turrets. Usually they will stuck me inside. So yeah, I'm not going to get inside of it. You got a bridge area. You got a captain's quarter in here. A small tiny room, the same as what you can see for the crew quarter. So you have 2 seats, the pilot seat and co-pilot seat. Co-pilot seat in here will lead up to the lower deck, which you can control the ship as well, suppose, and also 2 size 2 laser repeaters to defend your ship or increase your ship's firepower. The last patch or last IAE, when I visited the ship, for some reasons controlled more weapons than this one. Probably it was a bug or something like that. You're supposed to be able to control a small amount of weaponry by not taking away the weapons that controlled by the pilot. So here comes a pilot seat. So I believe that these are all size 3 weapons, I believe. Yeah, all laser cannons. And missile wise, you have, let's see, 8 size 3 missiles, which is not bad at all. So generally speaking, this ship is really for multi-crew, because you may want to have people to mount on these side turrets in order to defend your ship a little bit better. This one is an elevator, as I said already. Call it out is via this button. And when you step inside, make sure there's an elevator. Sometimes you don't, so yeah. So in order to access to the roof, you pull this lever, or lever. Sorry, lever I should say, not liver. Yeah, this is the upper deck, the roof of the ship, and to exit it, you need to press this one here.
That's why Drake Interplanetary builds ships that not only provide function and
Then you can go all the way to the surface.
but provide peace of mind for you, for your family.
And also, one more thing that I like this ship is that, comparing to the other ships, this ship got some flashlight coming up from the bottom of the ship, which means that when you are landing, for most of the cases, for many ships, you have no idea where you land, but if you're flying the Corsair, you have a better chance to know what is going on underneath your ship because of those flashlights, which I like this ship a lot because of this reason. I think that CIG need to rework on some ships that, well, at least put some flashlights underneath the ship so that, well, you will know that what kind of terrain that you're landing on. Lastly, inside of this holograph room, you can see there's a Kraken inside. It's the only capital size ship that you can see for the Drake Interplanetary. So you can consider the ship is a light aircraft carrier, light carrier in space, because you can put up to 4 small-sized fighters or vessels, as well as 2 medium-sized vessels on the other side. You got hangars for those small vessels, but not for medium-sized vessels though. Also, for the Kraken, you have some you have areas for the Dragonfly Bay to put some Dragonflies inside. And there is a sister ship of this Kraken, which is a Kraken Privateer, which is like a space moving market. So without those Dragonfly Bay, instead they have some hidden store area. But anyway, what they are showing to you right now is going to be the Kraken only. This thing costs a lot, so if you really want to purchase the ship, before that, please just use in-game credits to fly around first before you really do so, because it costs thousands, so that's why I don't really suggest anyone to purchase this ship. Okay, so that's it for today's video about the 2954 Defensecon. I hope you enjoy, and I shall see you guys next time then. Bye bye.